All right, we should be started. Awesome. Let's see who shows up first. No prize for showing up first, but it is a race. It's a race with no prize. Adam Verwolf wins. And Delvis. Hey, Delvis. Hi, Ryan, Michael Bassett, and Peter. Hey, guys. I'm just posting the links in various places real quick, and I'll be right with you. Hey, The Human Mechanism, Mike Lopez. How you doing? Painted Plastic, Mark Hoke. There's Byron. Hi, Byron. And Green Yeti. All right. I put the title Special Mission Georgia because we got a special mission to get to Joe Fest in Augusta in June, which is coming up really soon. Okay, there we go. All right, I think we're in good shape now. All right, who did I miss? Pet1089, hello, Yorktown Joe, Chris, Mick83, Nikki Nostalgia, Matt Rubin, Brandon Knight, nice to see you, Benny, Michael and Matt, Evan Spears and another Matt, Gaz, how you doing? Dale Santaford, I'm doing well, thanks for asking. Action Figure Experts, Beta Ray Bob, seeing lots of familiar names in here. Johan, nice to see you. Woodman29. Benny, hello everybody. Pensive Ruin, the gang's all here. Cool. Yes, Brandon, I'm trying not to miss these live streams. I don't like missing them. I like to do them, and I don't like missing out on talking to you guys. So, Mike Bassett asks what's shaking in Oklahoma. Well, don't worry. We haven't had any earthquakes recently. We have had earthquakes, though. For some reason, we've become earthquake prone, but nothing's shaking right now. Robert Perry, how you doing? Yes, and that's one of the, Brandon brings up one of the first things I wanted to talk about. Green Yeti got the box that was sent to me by Brandon Knight, and I sent the box to Green Yeti. I didn't change anything. I just resealed the box and left it exactly as it was. And so Green Yeti did a live opening of it, and that seemed to go pretty well. So I hope everybody enjoyed that. So yeah. Oh, hey, John Ulrich, future Joe fan, was born today. My son, Robert John, 7 pounds, 15 ounces. Congratulations, John. That's fantastic. You're supposed to smoke a cigar for that, but I don't have one. But congratulations, that is awesome. Here, cheers. Hello, Jason Clemma. And Dale, thanks for the happy birthday. My birthday is coming up very soon. As I announced in the last video, I'm not going to have a new review up this weekend. I'm taking my birthday weekend off. Sort of. Because I actually have a podcast that I'm supposed to be on that's scheduled for Saturday. But that's okay. That's all I'm doing. I'm not doing any extra work. I'm actually taking some time off. Yeah, seriously, congratulations, John. That's a really big deal. Yeah, John can't stay in chat. Yeah, John, you're going to be busy for a while. I understand. You're going to be busy for at least the next 18 years. But congratulations and best of luck. Yes, Green Yeti, I have the tickets to Joe Fest. We're good. Yeah, we're going to make it. We're going to make it. But I did want to talk about it more this evening because I don't think I've talked about it enough, and I want to get everybody psyched up about Joe Fest because I will be there, and so will a lot of G.I. Joe creators and G.I. Joe related personalities, and it should be awesome. So I want to make sure that we discuss that enough because I want everybody to know, first of all, how excited I am about it. And I want to see how many people might be able to make it. B. Bishop, CBGB, sir, it's just bourbon. In fact, it's not even great bourbon. It's just some average bourbon. Mark says he may not be able to go. Sorry about that, Mark. We'll miss you. Joe Fest. Yeah, we're all set to go. We've got the hotel booked, so we've got everything's set. Everything's ready. We just need to go. I say everything's ready. Everything's ready for the trip. I'm not ready because, I'm supposed to have a panel at Joe Fest, and I need to prepare that. I've got a PowerPoint that I'll do for it, but I haven't started on it yet. I know what I want to talk about, but I just haven't had the time to put it together. I have to do some extra work on some other things because there is a big event coming up right after Joe Fest. That's kind of important. Plus all the stuff that's coming up, before Joe Fest, which includes, I got birthday stuff. We got the fifth anniversary of the channel is coming up, so there's just a lot going on. Yeah, Michael Bassett, Larry Hama posted that he was going to be there, so it should be great. You'll be in Mississippi. Sorry you won't be there, but it should still be a good time. Yeah, that's right. Sergeant Slaughter should be there as well. My hope is that at least a few people will come to the panel, and I hope at least a few people will be there, and I won't just be talking to an empty room. So I hope a few of you can make it. Hoy ahoy, Rob. Yeah, Chris, 5 years. 5 years is coming up next month. So I'll try to do something special for it. But, yeah, 5 years. Sometimes it feels like longer. And then other times it feels like the time has flown by. National Guard wants me to be there doing Army training. Okay, Michael. I guess if you have prior commitments to the National Guard, I guess I'll allow it. Hey, Plastic Battles. Hey, it's nice that Plastic Battles will be there. Looking forward to meeting Plastic Battles. That's cool. Thank you, Armor Magnus. Yeah, 5 years, and 5 years is the milestone. 4 years is just 4 years, but I think 5 years, everybody considers 5 years to be a milestone. I do want to do something special for it. I do want to have, guests in the 5-year anniversary video, but I also, at the same time, have a hard time asking people to, come and say nice things about me. I just feel weird about that. I have a hard time inviting people to my own party. It's just it's a thing. But I'm gonna try to get some people in for the 5-year anniversary. Thank you, Mark, for the shout out. Much appreciated. Matt, yeah, the whole Brazil cassette story. I have listened to it. Actually, listened to it a few times now. It's not great. In fact, you should have the opportunity to listen to the whole thing as well. So, yeah. Oh, and I did want to talk about Special Mission Brazil because that was the most recent video. So, this is an opportunity for me to actually talk real time with you guys about what has most recently gone up. Thank you, Bishop. Much appreciated. And for some reason, I've just settled on CBGB because it's the name of that old club in New York. Oh boy, a hoodie roast. That's just what we need. Wait, does that mean you're going to buy me a roast? Like roast beef? I'll eat a roast if you buy it for me. Brandon has Special Mission Brazil Leatherneck. That's cool. That's one of my favorite figures from the set. I mean, they made a desert version of Leatherneck, and it looks fantastic. And that kind of recolor, I don't mind so much. Even though, yeah, it's the same figure, and they just recolored it. But I don't mind it so much because it actually opens up more possibilities for the figure. Now you have a figure that is equipped for a desert mission. So now you send Leatherneck to the desert. So I just think that's cool. Yeah, Gaz, how you like Claymore's leopard print? It's a strange choice to me. The choice on Claymore is just I would like to be in the meeting where they decided that that's what they were going to go with. Hello, Diecast Car Lector and Toys. Doing all right. Thanks for asking. Yeah, Mainframe got caught in a Crayola plant explosion, and I hope it came out on camera. But that red color on Mainframe's helmet and on his bandolier, it's got a pinkish hue to it. It's a bit of a pink. Yeah, Claymore is a fan of 80s hair metal. Yeah, Delvis says too much silver. I assume you're talking about wetsuit. I really don't mind. I like it. I think it works well. And since they did the silver essentially for the base plastic of the whole figure, it has a nice unified look to it, which the original, well, I've already said what I think of the original, and the original is not terrible, but I do like the silver better. Dale says, I saw the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Rowdy Roddy Piper G.I. Joe figure. Where is the part of Cobra? I think the Rowdy Roddy Piper figure was an Iron Grenadier. Correct me if I'm wrong. But wasn't the Rowdy Roddy Piper figure an Iron Grenadier? Somebody who knows, comment. I thought that it was. Yeah, B. Bishop, Brazil Leatherneck, Dusty, and other desert-ready shows going after the ever-elusive Desert Scorpion. Well, it was nice that Cobra finally got their own Desert Trooper after the Joes had the Desert Troopers for such a long time. But, you know, there are some... You can put together a pretty good Desert squad for Joes, including vehicles. Because, like, the Mauler is got desert colors. The Tomahawk has desert colors. Then you got the Vamp Mark II and Tan Clutch, which is also pretty good desert color. You've got Grunt version 2, which was a glider pilot for some reason, but still perfectly colored for the desert. So even like going outside of specifically desert specialists, you can assemble a really good desert squad for Joes and go on some desert missions. So I apologize. I'm missing out on some of your questions that I'm trying to follow. I guess somebody asked about my favorite team. I'm a fan of the New England Patriots. I have been for many years now. Rudy says, Mission Brazil got me thinking about my childhood Action Force Ladybeard audio cassette tape, Flint's Holiday. They just don't make them like that anymore. Yeah, I'd really actually like to hear the Action Force tapes because, I mean, they weren't readily available here. You can find them sometimes, but I'd be interested in hearing them. I've seen some Action Force comic books and I liked them, so I'd like to hear the audio cassette stories too. And there were more cassette tapes, more story tapes released in the U.S., but I believe none of the others were released with figures. The others were released with like storybooks. So, but there are others out there, and I haven't listened to all of them. But I like the story cassettes. I mean, they're all really hokey, right? Even the best of them are just really silly and really hokey, but they're still kind of fun. Thank you, Secret Rebel. 5-year anniversary, coming up next month. And he says, celebrate, try chocolate-covered donuts and grape soda. Well, as a matter of fact, I did chocolate-covered donuts and grape soda in a previous live stream, and it didn't turn out so well. Turns out that's actually a really terrible combination. Thank you, WWJD85. I hope I have a nice birthday too, but thank you for the birthday wishes. And thank you also, Painted Plastic. Oh, your birthday's the 18th. Yeah, mine's the 15th. Mine's this Friday. My birthday is the Ides of March. My birthday is on the anniversary of the assassination of Julius Caesar. But yeah, lots of great people born in March. March was apparently a great month to be born. Yeah, Michael Bassett, Christmas 85, you got the Tripwire Listen Fun along with the Cliff Jumper, and both audio stories were ugh. Yeah, I think I touched on that a little bit in the Listen Fun review, but yeah, there was one that came with a Cliff Jumper for Transformers. But I haven't heard that one yet. I'm sure it's special. Oh, hey, Plastic Battle's birthday is tomorrow. Well, happy birthday, so, you know, cheers to you. See, a lot of great people born in March. Everyone who wasn't born in March should consider moving their birthday to March because it's such a great such a great month to be born. Mark says he got a modern Nemesis Enforcer figure. Among the modern figures that I got from Mr. Loera, whose name I have been saying wrong this whole time apparently, but I believe the modern Nemesis Enforcer is in there somewhere. I'd have to check again. So I haven't had the experience of looking at the figure yet, so I'll have to take your word for it about whether it's good or not. Hello, McDowell. How you doing? Green Yeti likes being born in December. You know, essentially, if you want to be born in December, that's your business. It's a free country. Brandon Knight was born the day after Return of the Jedi came out. Well, that dates you. So, but did you immediately go and see the movie? That's my question. Just because you were just born is no excuse for not going to see the movie. Johan says Modern Nemesis Enforcer. Oh, yeah, I think it's called like Nemesis Immortal or something like that. Johan says it's a good figure. That's cool. I just haven't looked at it yet. Michael, question, in your opinion, which is the absolute worst repaint reissue? Oh, let me think about that, because that's actually really hard, because there are so many that are really not good. Listen and Fun Tripwire is actually close to one of the worst. I really disliked those color choices. I still have a hard time just seeing the reasoning behind those particular color choices. Let's see. Rudy says, do I have a wish list for the fest, or is that spoiler material? It's not spoiler material, but I don't have a wish list because I don't know if I'm actually going to have a lot of time to look around. I have a feeling that I will probably be at my table a lot, and then at the panel, and then back at my table. So I don't know how much time I'm even going to have to look around. Yeah, I don't know. If I have time, I'd like to pick up a few things. At JoeCon, that was often the time when I would buy a lot of the stuff that I would review for that year. But I don't know if I'll really have time to look around very much at JoeFest. I think I'm going to be busy. Carl says, FormBX257 had a nice review on Big Ben. I'm always happy to see FormBX257's reviews. He's still my favorite. And there are a lot of great reviewers out there and a lot of great YouTube people out there. FormBX257, still my personal favorite. Secret Rebel says, sorry missed out. Been working the last few Tuesday nights. Thanks for the great Joe content. Thank you very much, Secret Rebel. I think we had a live stream last week, but the week before that I wasn't feeling well, so I didn't do it. So you didn't miss out on anything that week. Brandon Nines asks, I'm going both days for JoeFest. Yeah, I should be there the whole time. And one thing that I'd like to do, if there's time, is to work out some kind of meetup somewhere for subscribers and anyone who wants to meet up, and find a good place to do that. Maybe a restaurant, do some dinner somewhere. But I haven't worked that out yet. But I'd really like to have a meetup somewhere. I would enjoy that. But yeah, I will be there the whole time. And Byron puts it exactly right. FormBX257 is the godfather of reviewers. He's also a really nice guy. I can't think of anybody who has anything bad to say about Kevin. He's just a really sweet, really nice person. Let's see. Jason says, am I going to sell the second copy of Special Mission Brazil Leatherneck? I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Sometimes I like to keep a spare copy just in case something happens to the other one. I have had some occasions where, I had an extra figure and I sold it, and then something happened to my one figure. It broke, or sometimes... Yes, even sometimes I lose things, and then I really wish that I had kept that other one. So I haven't really decided what I'll do with the extra Special Mission Brazil Leatherneck. Heather says, can I please say Firefly? Firefly! Firefly. Well, what's hard to say is Firefly's file card. Carl says, is Kevin an engineer? His descriptions are unique and informative. I agree on his descriptions. I don't know if he's an engineer, but it does almost seem like he has an engineering background, doesn't it? I don't know that much about him personally. I do, I know a little bit about him personally, but not that much. But I think he's a smart guy, and I agree. He's got great descriptions in his reviews. I think he does a great job. Apparently Heather is happy with. You're welcome, Heather. Anytime you want me to say Firefly, you just tell me. Happy to say Firefly. In fact, I've said Firefly another 3 or 4 times just now. Let's see. Bishop says, back to the subject of the desert. Have you or anyone else checked out Hasbro's HasLab release of Jabba's sail barge, the Katana, on YouTube? Bishop, yes, I have. Actually watched one review of that a couple of days ago, just out of curiosity. Now, it's not something that really interests me. I'm not an active Star Wars collector, and I don't collect modern stuff anyway. But one thing I can say for it, it is very big. It's very big. It's very, very big. Hey, James, a.k.a. Ratface49. How's it going? Green Yeti says, Hoodie say Globulus. Globulus. Anybody want me to say anything else? Green Yeti says his boss owns 2 katanas. But Green Yeti, you work at a toy store, so that kind of makes sense. And I did hear that that Dallas Vintage Toys was going to get several of them in. So I guess the toy shops have been ordering them. But yeah, they're big, and they're nice. You know, if you like modern toys and you have the money and you have the space, and if that's your bag, they certainly gave you something with a lot of features. It's big. Rebel says, that's how I found you, was through watching FormBX257. Great guy, love his bloopers. Yeah, FormBX257, I can never say anything bad about FormBX257. He's one of my favorite people. He's just a really cool guy. And I love watching his videos. I learned stuff from him. So, yeah, and FormBX257 has a lot more experience as a collector than I do. So sometimes I get schooled by Kevin, but I appreciate learning, and I appreciate how informative he is. Yeah. Michael says, I hope he attends Joe Fest. He hasn't said anything about attending Joe Fest, but how awesome would that be? I would love to meet Kevin in person. I would get his autograph. I am a fan, okay? I'm not a fan of a lot of things or a lot of people. I don't go in for celebrity worship at all. But there are a few people that I admire, and Kevin is one of them. I'm really not exaggerating. I would love to meet Kevin, and I would probably totally fanboy out. Right, Green Yeti, fanboy mode. I mean, he's been doing it for like twice as long as I have. Like he's been doing these reviews for close to 10 years, and and he was a big inspiration for me. My hope when I started was that I could even get close to being as good as him, and maybe at least find some way to be interesting and not be redundant. Oh, Green Yeti, you don't have to fanboy over me. I'm just, I'm not worth it. I'm not worthy. Peter Ang, seriously, am I the only one who finds the non-Joe characters from the cartoon underrated? Let me think. Who are some of the non-Joe characters from the cartoon? You got Hondaloo and what's her name? Satin? Is that the dancer? Okay. One of my favorite non-Joe characters from the animated series would have to be the old hermit guy who rescues Snake Eyes after he's been irradiated. That's in the first miniseries, and that's also where Snake Eyes meets the wolf. That was just a cool guy, and we never saw him again, and he was just kind of there. But wasn't he a blind? Wasn't he like a blind hermit? It reminded me of the blind monk that was in Young Frankenstein. Except, Young Frankenstein was funny. The Viper, that's right. I can't forget the Viper. Benny, Sergeant Slaughter will be at Joe Fest. So, my hope for Joe Fest is to get Sergeant Slaughter to say on camera, slaughterize it. If he'll say slaughterize it on camera, I will be happy. And I will use that clip. I will use that clip hundreds of times. Yeah, Byron is right. The monk in Young Frankenstein was played by Gene Hackman. Played very well by Gene Hackman. Jason, I don't know if Sparks counts. Sparks was a Joe, but he wasn't an action figure. Oh yeah, the Slave Girl from the Mass Device miniseries, that was a good one. I got to think of who were some other non-Joe characters. I mean, there were a lot of them. I just can't think of all of them right now. Mark wants me to do the Cobra Law battle cry by Serpentor. Oh, let me try. Cobra la 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 la. Is that close enough? So are you just asked me to do this, say these things so you can, take the clips and humiliate me later? Is that what you're trying to do? Oh yeah, that's right. Jason says Amber Quick Kick's girlfriend. He did have a girlfriend in one episode. I remember that. I was gonna make espresso. All right, now I've got to watch Young Frankenstein again. It's been too long. This is probably the most significant of unexpected phenomena of doing these live streams. Is we talk about movies that I like, and then I get inspired to go watch that movie again. Hey Zed, how you doing? Glad you made it. Yes, and Mira, the shipwreck girlfriend. That was the mermaid, right? Well, she wasn't exactly a mermaid, but she was an underwater lady. Hello, Renegade Biker. Thanks for joining us. Dale says his birthday was January 11th. Well, January 11th... January is not a bad month to be born as well, because my brother and my youngest daughter both have birthdays on the same day in January. James, yeah, like the movie UHF. Yeah, I'm a big fan of UHF. I've seen that movie so many times. When it comes to like the movies that really inspire me and that I would like to watch a lot of times, it's usually the old stuff. I don't see a lot of stuff that's on TV now. I skip most movies, but I do go to some modern movies. But the ones that inspire me tend to be something like a lot of Mel Brooks and something like UHF and just these odd, quirky movies that I love so much and I just can't get enough of. I don't mind. Roguish Paladin, we may just change it to the UHF channel. So, what was the channel in the movie? Was it U62? That's the new channel name. We're doing away with HCC788, and we're changing the channel name to U62, and it's going to be all UHF talk all the time. Hang on, the dog wants in. Time out. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourself. Oh, no, never mind. Somebody else is going to get it. Hello. Okay. So I don't have to go anywhere. Yeah, Jason, I tend to try to make it to the Marvel movies as much as I can. I was a big fan of Marvel as a young person, mostly because of G.I. Joe. That was my entry into comic books. But when I was a kid, I tell you, Marvel could not make a good movie. They had some halfway decent TV shows, but the movies were bad. And I was thinking that I would never live to see a good Marvel movie, let alone a lot of movies that are comprised like an entire universe. I never thought I would live to see that. So I'm happy with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I will I'll just keep watching them as long as they keep making them. And I know that's not everybody's thing, and I know some people are tired of them, and that's fine. You can go be tired of them over there, and I will keep watching them. Because this is what I dreamed of for so many years as a kid, for them to actually make a good movie. Brandon Knight says the 1990 Captain America movie was bad and good. Well, it was bad, and it was good in the sense that in some ways it was hilariously bad. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff that they were kicking out in the 80s, or I guess in the 90s, in early 90s. And it was tough. Matt says, did I see The Punisher with Dolph Lundgren? I did see that movie. When it came out on tape, I went and rented it on tape because, like, oh my God, there's a Punisher movie. And it has the guy from Rocky. It can't be bad, right? But when I watched it, I was like, it didn't, it's like, where's the Punisher? It just was, it was not what I expected. But you know, now we've got big budgets, big star Marvel movies, and you know, I'm a sucker for them. Just keep making them. I'll keep seeing them. Anyway, sorry, I missed some of your chat. What did I miss? Let's see. Renegade Biker says, have you seen the USS Flag on eBay? It is now $13,799 for a factory sealed complete set. That seems a little excessive. I know prices are going up, but like, is it like AFA grading worthy, or what's making it that much? I mean, I know that like sealed boxed flags are gonna be expensive, but that still seems a little excessive. Yeah, that's right, Matt. Lou Gossett Jr. was in the Punisher movie as well. So as usual, by the way, guys, as usual, I am surrounded by G.I. Joe stuff. I've got... I can show you the stuff that I have out here. I don't think I'll be spoiling anything. I won't show you the stuff that's coming up for reviews. Just the other stuff that I have out here now. I have the machine gun defense unit. A whole bunch of pieces in that one. I have the Ram motorcycle. What else I got? I got the Cobra rifle range. Now this is interesting. Now somebody, I think it was Rob, a guy named Rob, who sent me the Cobra battle bunker. Well, I saw one at our local toy mall, and I picked it up because I was curious about something. The one that I picked up at the local place was, it was not complete, but, and it had some duplicate parts, but some of the parts are a different color of blue. And they don't look discolored. They look like they were molded in a different color plastic. And Yojo.com says that there were no variants of the battle bunker, but the battle bunker was available as a mail-away. So I'm wondering, was the mail-away battle bunker the same color as the retail release, or was it a different color? I don't know, but I would like to know the answer to that. What else I got? I got, oh wait, now this is not the machine gun defense unit, this is the missile defense unit. Sorry about that. If I don't correct myself, I will be corrected by somebody in the comments. So, that's the missile defense unit, and I have the mortar defense unit here. And my mortar defense unit doesn't have any stickers. So I may have to... Normally I wouldn't care about stickers, but, you know, I will review it, so I probably should get one that has stickers on it. Does Shipwreck need to find the marble in the oatmeal before he gets to drink from the fire hose? Yeah. Thank you, Chris. That's fantastic. Oh, Robert Perry sends $25. Thank you, Robert. You didn't even ask a question. I would have been happy to answer a question for you, but thank you for that. Much appreciated. Your contributions will help with the trip to Joe Fest, so thank you very much. Robert Perry, I will drink to Robert Perry. Thank you, Robert Perry. You see, yeah, do you see those people in the background? People in my shot. So yeah. Anyway. Hulk Smash Hi HCC. Thank you, Uber Hulk. Thanks very much. Jackie Chan says he loved the little playsets. Me too. Those little playsets are important. I mean, the big ones are important too, but the little ones should not be overlooked. Lazarus says, am I doing anything crazy for St. Patrick's Day? I don't usually do anything crazy for St. Patrick's Day. Unless I get invited to something, I probably just, you know, I'll have a beer. That'll be about it. Robert Perry says, thanks for all you do for the Joe community. Thank you, Robert. Thank you very much. EVGMZ says, any custom playsets out there? Well, there probably are, but not within reach of me. Oh, here's another thing I have. I have the checkpoint out here, too. These are all things that will be they're things that will be used in an upcoming review. I also have, let's see, because I'm not putting things away like I'm supposed to, I also have like the file cards for all of the version 1 figures that were in Special Mission Brazil. Haven't put those away yet. I really got to clean up my space here. And I even have, hold on, I even still have this out. Hang on. I still have the Skyhawk out here. I still haven't even put that away. So my workspace is getting a little cluttered here. But I have to admit, I do rather enjoy being surrounded by G.I. Joe stuff. Yeah, that's just fun. Oh, God, like, listening fun tripwire right there. Renegade Biker says, have you seen my latest video of my radio-controlled F-14 AK Sky Striker? I have not. Please, like, email that to me or something. Send it to me somewhere so that I can watch it. I would like to see it. I've been very busy lately, but if I get a minute, I will watch it. But I need the link. Send it to me, like, on Facebook or email or wherever you are so I can take a look at it. Delvis, I do have a filing drawer for file cards. I actually have the file cards really nicely organized. My file cards are very well organized, except, you know, I have to put them back when I'm done with them. That's the challenge. Chris says, what is the greenest figure? I don't know. A lot of them had a lot of green. The greenest... Oh, Hit and Run. Hit and Run was the greenest figure, because not only was his uniform green, his skin was green, too. Or are you asking what is the most environmentally friendly figure? What is the figure with the lowest carbon footprint? Is that what you're asking, Chris? I don't know. Sci-Fi, also pretty green. Mark says he's sending me the ultimate gift of a 5-year anniversary next month. Thank you, Mark. And I appreciate that. And I want to tell everyone, nobody should ever feel obligated to send something to me. I'm just happy to have you here. I really am. But I do appreciate you thinking of me. Thank you for thinking of me, Mark. It's very appreciated. Renegade Biker says, what's your email? Let me see if I can type it out here without screwing it up. Hold on a second here. It is 788 at email. Alright, that is the email address. Lazarus says he loves being part of the team, and the team loves you being part of it too. Thank you, Lazarus. Uber Hulk says, what did you think of Dallas Vintage Toys that's in your area? I thought it was a really fun experience. My gosh, they have a lot of stuff. And I wish I had gotten permission to film in the back area where they have like all their sorting area and where they have like their online stuff and everything, because they got more stuff. They got more stuff than I showed you. They have a ton of stuff. So I have to, and like, even though like grading is not my thing, their graded collection is something I just have to salute. That I've never seen so much graded stuff in one place. So Dallas Vintage Toys, I salute you. And thank you, Mark. I really do appreciate it. I've always been uncomfortable about like when people compliment me, because it's just part of my upbringing that if somebody says something nice about you, you're supposed to like, you know, kind of deflect that a little bit. So I do that. but excuse me, but I do appreciate all of you being here. And I'm so glad that you've all gone on this journey with me. It's been a hell of 5 years. It's been an amazing 5 years. And I wasn't sure I would even get 100 subscribers, and we're closing in on 8,000, and that is just mind-blowing to me. And Green Yeti has 57. Congratulations, Green Yeti. You crossed the 50 mark, so you know that's a milestone. 50 subscribers, 100 subscribers, 500 subscribers. These are all milestones. Yeah, Gaz, Night Force Shockwave. And it turns out that Night Force Shockwave was the special figure in that box, as I suspected. So I'll have to look at Night Force Shockwave real soon. I'm a fan of Shockwave, as you may know if you watched the Shockwave review. Love Shockwave. Those Night Force colors are amazing. Bishop says, in the voice of Sergeant Slaughter, say slaughterize it. Let me, hold on. Slaughterize it! That's my version of Sergeant Slaughter. I can't get Sergeant Slaughter's voice perfect because not only does he have that very guttural sound, he also has kind of that, like a Minnesota accent, and I'm not the best at a Minnesota accent. And there you go, Byron, Joe Motion Videos 82, closing in on 250 subscribers, and he's going to have a giveaway. So congratulations, Byron. You know, everybody's moving along. That's awesome. And Mark has 37. Congratulations, Mark. And by the way, all of you guys who are creating things and putting them out there for other people to see, I salute you and I admire what you do, because it takes courage to create something and put it out there for other people to see. So whether you have, 5 subscribers or 5,000, whatever, you're still doing something that is courageous, and a lot of people don't have the courage to do. So I admire that, and congratulations, and keep going, and try to enjoy what you do. Chris says, got Night Force Shockwave and Shockwave version 1 in a shoebox with a bunch of other figures at a flea market back in the 90s. I'll bet you paid a lot less for it than you would have paid now. That's great. And also really cool that you've been collecting since the 90s. That's awesome. I wish I had been. If I had been collecting since the 90s, I probably would have a lot of this stuff, and I would have spent less money on it. Prices are a little different now. Chad has 7 subscribers. Well, cheers to Chad's 7 subscribers. He has random pointless videos. Hey, nothing wrong with random pointless videos. That's like 80% of YouTube. If your videos are random and pointless, but they are cat videos, million views. Hello, comic book guy. How you doing? Renegade Barker says, I have yet to get up to 1,000 subs, a little over 810 subscribers. So that's good, though. That is good. It can be tough to get even up to that point. It took me a long time to get, 100 and then 500 and so on. And it took a lot of patience, and it took some experimentation because, you know, I wanted to present videos that people would like and people would watch. So I was always having to try to tweak things and improve my style and make them more watchable. And in some ways I did better than others, but it was hard. It was really hard to get to the first 1,000 subscribers. It was not easy. It takes work. A lot of people who watch the videos don't realize how much work goes into them. Yeah, even like in the early days when they were less polished and not edited as much, it still was work. It's tough. And so people who do YouTube full-time, who are creators full-time, that's amazing to me, because I know how much work goes into that. And so whether their videos really appeal to me personally or not, I still have to admire the effort that goes into them. Rezikai says, was it much work to get into the disco suit and huge gold medallion? Well, the disco suit, I've had that like sort of off-white cream-colored suit for several years. I picked it up at a resale shop because it was like $5. The thing doesn't fit me well at all. It's way too big. But the disco medallion I actually made. I made the disco medallion. I made it out of a gold paper plate. It was a gold paper plate. I just cut it in a circle, and then I used some red construction paper to cut out the Cobra emblem and the trademark thing and glue them on there, and that's what it was. And then I borrowed the gold chain from Susan. Susan had the gold chain, and so there you go. But I did enjoy that. That was a lot of fun. That's actually, that video was a lot of fun to make. Yeah, Chris, like Napoleon Dynamite. It's exactly the same story. They had this beautiful, like, white suit. And who wears a white suit? Nobody, that's who. But there it was, and it was like literally $5. Lazarus says he didn't know that version of Cobra Commander existed before I reviewed it. Learned something new. Yeah, I think a lot of people are less familiar with that version of Cobra Commander. And I guess I missed somebody talking about Cobra Commander in the Marvel run, because Johan is talking about Cobra Commander 1 at the end and Brainwash Destro, Baroness, and Billy. Yeah, I think that was like the last storyline in the comic. And I think the comic was canceled kind of abruptly, so they weren't able to tie up all the loose ends there. Thank you, Solid, for the happy birthday. Most appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Lazarus, white suits get dirty way too easily. Yes, you're correct. And I even wore the thing outside one time. But for the most part, I only wear it for special reasons, and then I put it away. I have no reason to wear a white suit, you know, on a day-to-day basis. Carl says he had over 1,000 views. Awesome, cool. Yeah, I remember when it took me a long time to get 1,000 views, let alone 1,000 subscribers. But to get 1,000 views on a video took a long time. Jenna says, I remember the name of the video where it showed all the figures that were inspired by real people like Tunnel Rat, Law, and Order. I think that might have been the Road Pig video. Check the Road Pig video. I'm not sure if that was the one, but I think that was it. I know I make these videos, but that doesn't mean I necessarily remember everything that's in them. My memory not so good. But I think it was Road Pig. Check the Road Pig video. And by the way, that was not a comprehensive list. There are more figures that were inspired by real people, but that was some of them. And Green Yeti has over 1,000 views in total. Congratulations, Green Yeti. That's another milestone. Yeah, Lazarus is right. See, it's a lot of videos to remember. Good luck, Jenna. And Jenna, if that's not it, let me know, and I'll see if I can find it. I remember what you're talking about. I remember doing it. And I'm like 80% sure it was the Road Pig video, but I could be wrong. Road Pig looks... Yeah, Delvis, you're right. Road Pig does sort of have a resemblance to Gary Coleman. If you gave Gary Coleman a tall laptop, or flat top, a tall flat top, and yeah, it kind of looked like Gary Coleman. So we are approaching our hour. We're approaching 8 o'clock. We got about 5 minutes, so everybody, 5-minute warning. I will be wrapping it up at 8 o'clock. Yes, Delvis, I said laptop instead of flat top. I have been drinking. In my defense, I was drinking. So, Michael J. Pollard. Yeah, so we're close to an hour. You will get a video tomorrow, so watch for that. Watch for the video tomorrow. No new review this coming weekend because that's my birthday weekend. I'm taking that weekend off. There will be a review after that. That's a Patron's Choice review. The patrons have spoken, so I'll be preparing that video. And then after that, I've got a video about something really popular, and I'm having a guest in that video. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, so we just got a few more minutes, so I do want to wrap it up. I do want to say thanks to everyone for showing up. I do hope some of you guys can make it to Joe Fest. This is a new experience for me. I've always gone to conventions just as an attendee, but I've never gone and actually tried to present anything. So I hope it goes well, but this is all new to me, so I'll try not to screw it up. But as many of you as can make it, the better, so that I'm not just talking to myself there. So, yeah. Chris says, didn't Dietrich on Barney Miller say honesty is the best policy, but temporary insanity is a better plea? As a lawyer, I have to say the temporary insanity, it don't work so much. It doesn't work the way people think it does. The Joe Fest date, I believe it was, well, let me look it up. It was the June 22nd through the something. Hold on one second. Joe Fest to 2019. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it looks like June 21st and 22nd in Augusta, Georgia. So, yes, Green Yeti is correct. 21st and 22nd. So, and Brandon says, I go as modern Wolverine cosplay. That's cool. That's cool. And thank you, everyone, for the birthday wishes. I mean, I guess I'll see you guys a little after my birthday, so I'll be back for next Tuesday's live stream. So I hope to see all of you there. So, hey, thanks, everyone. It was a really good conversation tonight. I appreciate it. I really do. And we'll do this again next week. I am going to wrap it up. It is getting late here, and I have stuff I have to do tomorrow, so I've got to get some rest. Thank you, James, for the happy birthday. Thank you, everyone, for the happy birthdays. Chad's going to go as Fat Gung Ho. You know, I could imagine, over the years, I could imagine Gung Ho putting on some pounds. I could picture that. But anyway, good night, everyone. Thanks for talking to me. Thanks for making this a great hour. I'm happy to see everyone. Happy to see a lot of familiar faces here, and happy to see some new people, too. Thank you, Robert Perry. And thank you, everyone. I'm going to let you guys go for the evening. I'm going to push this little button here to turn this off.